Welcome back to the SA Weekly Talk Show. Mike Callahan here, breaking it down as we do every Friday, running a few minutes late, but as always, want to come on and provide some content and some learning for the SA community. So if you're watching live or on the recorded version, feel free to drop any comments or questions on here. Just going to make sure that we are live, and it looks like we are. So what we're going to be talking about today is the stages of business, so the 5 main stages of business, and what are the hurdles to growth in those stages of business. And we're going to be talking about life cycle marketing. So a lot of the things we've been talking about as of recent is omni-channel marketing and conversational marketing, but going to bring it back to the foundations. I just went out and renewed my certification in foundational understanding of life cycle marketing. So I wanted to go in and kind of give everybody a quick refresher, but this is pretty basically relevant for where we're at in this time of the year, because a lot of businesses are at a certain point and they're looking to scale their business, and we run into a lot of hurdles or roadblocks in scaling a business to $1 million and well beyond. So I'm going to break down a high level of the stages of business and some of the pain points you may be experiencing in those stages, and then I'm going to break down some quick life cycle marketing, what it is, what it looks like, and then how it potentially can lead into some areas in your business that you are actually leaking revenue. So without any further delay, normal fashion, we're going to bump this up here and pull my other screen up here and drop this in. So what we are looking at here is the stages of business. So this was part of the certification that I just went through. And this is going to be looking at the 5 stages of business. So this is going to highlight for most all businesses, particularly for the service industry, some of these numbers may be a little bit lower based on each stage as far as revenue. Employees, team members, and biggest hurdles are very relevant here. So this is an interesting roadmap to success. So as we're looking at the solopreneur, we have basically 1A and 1B. We've got the entrepreneur with a side job, and they're doing their service business on the side as basically their main job, and they're doing the service business as a side job. Then they're going to make that lethal jump, as we all pretty much did, or in my case, I've always been self-employed. But traditionally, most people are going to quit the job, stop working for the man, and put some money in their pocket and get rich quick, which obviously that usually doesn't happen, but that's what we're thinking when we start these businesses. So that's why we're here at the SA Weekly Talk Show to talk about these things. But if you're looking at a solopreneur, the business is a side job, and then it goes into self-employed. Traditionally, at that point, you are the one employee. You're doing about $4,000 to $10,000 in sales, and there's about 6 million of these people in the U.S., United States, and about 16 million of the side job, full-time job, side job. Now, obviously, I think these are a bit understated. I think there actually is more, but these are just people who are actually filing tax returns. So I got a feeling at that stage, there may be at least double of what we're looking at here, but we'll leave that up to the IRS. But in a larger look at this, that is where the majority of businesses are landing, and those are the quote unquote low ballers who see them, because they don't understand how to run a business. And it's basically the owner and maybe some subcontractors there. That's their team. So they're out there working in the business and not on it, as Michael Gerber would say. So the biggest hurdle here is time as a side gig. I'm going to suggest on 1A, it is time and getting leads. So how do I go out and get those new customers? I've never actually gone out and marketed and learned the sales process. So going in and acquiring leads is going to be the biggest issue right there. Now, our pricing structure probably is not solidified the way it should be. So those leads probably are converting into sales pretty easily, because most of the time we're underpricing the work. So as you go into level 2 here, this is that new employer. So we've got 2 to 3 employees doing about 100 to 300,000 in sales. I think that on average lays out pretty nicely for the lawn care and home cleaning industry. There's about 1.7 million of these stage 2 businesses. And far as the team, it's a partner or an assistant. So it's you probably still working in the field, and you've got 1 or 2 other people helping you. Now, your biggest hurdle is you're in the field. You've kind of figured out how to get some leads in. How do we create a sales machine to get to the next level? So now we're going in here, and as people work with SimpleGrowth as a certified advisor, this is where most of the people start working this, is that stage 2 business, because they figured out how to get some leads in, but now they got to figure out how to convert those sales while they're still in the field. That's the biggest hurdle. So if you're using Service Autopilot, going out and using automations on the Pro Plus platform is going to be a huge help here, because it's going to start getting you past that hurdle of growth. Now, stage 3 is going to be that steady operation. We've got 4 to 5, 10 guys or girls in the field, including yourself. And we're looking at sales between 300 and $1 million. I'm going to suggest that maybe this is somewhere between 500 and $1 million. But that between the 3 to 500 is about right. But if you're looking on average, I really agree with this chart here as well. So there's about 1.9 million in here. And this is, as you're going to stage 4, this is kind of that big gap where everybody falls in. Only 5% of all businesses ever make it to 7 figures and beyond that $1 million mark. The team is basically one team. You are basically one location, one team. You don't have multiple like marketing departments and sales offices. This is pretty much one team here. And the biggest hurdle here is marketing and getting the jobs and servicing them. So we figured out the sales machine. We're doubling down to how do we get more of those sales coming in, and then actually how do you create a systemized process to go out and service them that doesn't involve the owner on a day-to-day basis being in that. So next thing is we go to that stage 4 business. Now we broke that $1 million mark. We've got 11 to 25 employees, between 1 to 3 million here. I think that 3 million kind of pulls back a little bit in the service industry, but for all intensive conversations today, this is pretty accurate. There's about 700,000 of those in the whole United States, all businesses, and their team is multiple teams and leaders. So you may have a landscape division, you may have a maintenance division, you may have a sales team and a production team, depending on the industry. Now, your biggest problem here is people and systems. Creating predictable, repetitive tasks can be delegated, and the person knows how to do them, when to do them, without relying on the business owner. And then jumping into that stage 5 growth here, that biggest issue right there is leadership and culture. So how do you take the mission, vision, values, the strategic play of the business owner, that leader, and develop that down through your organizational chart? So the mission, the vision, the value, that structure of that business now is continued to evolve even when the business owner isn't there. And that's the biggest struggle that we see there at that stage 5 business. And that is literally going to scale. So we've had the pleasure to drive through pretty much all of these challenges in my business and a lot of the businesses that we're working with as we continue to help them grow and blast past these growth hurdles. So Lifecycle Marketing is near and dear to my heart. I found it probably, I would say, 8 or 9 years ago, and very similar to Marcus Sheridan of They Ask You Answer and of the Sales Lion, who did SA Thrive's keynote. Marcus had found Lifecycle Marketing in the idea of They Ask You Answer about the same time in river pools and spas. So the idea here is in this diagram, we've got out to the left, you've got all your different lead sources. So you've got Google, Facebook, email, Facebook Messenger. So wherever we're going, pay-per-click, we're generating leads. And that funnel is really your sales funnel. So the idea is we want to go in and capture those leads. But what happens when those leads aren't ready to convert and request an estimate, but they're just searching your website or your social media? What we need here is a lead magnet. That lead magnet is going to give them something of value for their first name, last name, and email, hopefully through an essay form, and we're pulling them into our database and creating a long-term nurture. We're educating, providing that perceived value, doing that They Ask You Answer methodology. Then hopefully at this point, they get a bid. We're going to educate and build trust. So that is your short-term nurture. So we're going to talk about all the things that are going to be inhibitive of the customer buying the service. So those price objections, and we're also going to go in and continue to educate, to create that higher perceived value. So we can charge at a higher price, and we shorten that sales cycle. So going through an automated estimate follow-up similar to 20 days to close, we're going through automated emails, text messaging, phone calls from your office, ringless voicemail bombs. We're going to convert that lead and process the sale, hopefully getting a credit card on file and setting up a process there. And the way we suggest doing that is fulfill a welcome and wow sequence where we're having an automated process to get a credit card on file, a welcome email, acclimating them what to expect, a 30, 60, 90-day follow-up for all reoccurring services, or a one-time follow-up for those one-time services. So once again, we are going to interact and communicate to the customer or the lead where they're at in the customer lifecycle and have segmented communication through an automated but personal conversation based on where they're at in the lifecycle. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to go out and upsell. So we're going to upsell based on the services they have and they don't have, and maybe possible estimates that are in the queue. So we're going to go out and have a personalized but automated upsell experience based on where they're at in their buying journey with you, that customer journey. Then we're going to go out and create advocates. So those advocates are people that love our services. They're the net promoters, the 9 or 10s. We're going to get them to go out on social media and review us for social proof. We're also going to go out and get them to give customer referrals. So the idea of the perfect customer life cycle is being able to talk to each specific leading client where they're at in the process through an automated process on Service Autopilot, and be able to continue and scale your team. And as you can see here in the previous chart, those sales between 100,000 and $1 million is the biggest hurdles to growth are sales and marketing and service. And being able to scale this and automate it and not have to put an extra person in your office. Or if you have people in your office, we're not replacing them, but we're going to use the automation in lifecycle marketing to put them in front of the hottest, most qualified leads when they're ready to buy. And this process will continue to warm them up from a cold to warm to a hot prospect. And once they become a client, we're going to fulfill, we're going to welcome them, we're going to wow them, we're going to upsell them, and then we're going to keep them to be brand advocates to go out on social media and review us. We're going to get them to refer their family and friends, and we're going to create a full-blown lifecycle marketing play here to scale past the growth points to hit $1 million and well beyond. Now, you may be thinking, Mike, I've already broken $1 million possibly, and I'm kind of getting into stage number 5 of growth company, and that's my leadership and culture, or people and systems. Well, people and systems can be automated. Those are going to be repetitive tasks, and they can be done across 6 or 7 different areas in the business. But customer service, billing, scheduling, equipment maintenance, the owner, and all the different areas, those different sub areas can be done through a repetitive task on a daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, and annually basis with instructions, videos, and deadlines. So we're taking within the business owner's head or the top management's head and being able to disseminate that information throughout the organization for accountability and a scaling of people and systems. And then those leaders, as we go to stage 5, we need to really dial in and tackle that mission, vision, values, that strategic leadership and that buy-in, and get that to be replicated through the different layers of middle management right down to the ground floor. But those are going to be your 5 stages of business there. And those are the main hurdles that you're going to see along your journey, at least that I saw in my business. And after learning about lifecycle marketing with basically the same exact chart here, it's been updated a little bit, but basically the same methodology 8 or 9 years ago would allow our business to scale to $1 million and beyond. These are the exact hurdles that we hit in my lawn care and landscape business and snow removal. And now, as we're scaling SimpleGrowth to that 7-figure mark and hopefully well beyond again, these are the exponential growth hurdles that I'm seeing in this business as well. So if you're looking at a cheat sheet of where you're at and what you're going to see as your glass ceilings, this is a really, really good roadmap that you can be looking ahead. And in order to break through that, you really want to be able to go in and dial in the perfect customer life cycle here. And all these steps along the way will address the pain points above. So in closing, at one of my talks, it may have been SA 3 or 4, I brought this up and proposed that we are along that customer life cycle, literally throwing good money in the trash cans below here. So this is just another visual version of the life cycle above. But you've got your leads, your Facebook ads, AdWords, 9 rounds, banner ads, EDM, and Messenger. We're driving them in through a website or a bot. And if they're not ready to convert, hopefully we have a pixel so we can create a targeted audience so we can retarget them. And we have a lead magnet to capture that lead. So it's a lead we own. We're not borrowing it from Facebook or Google. So if you get the perpetual Google slap or the Facebook slap with an algorithm, your business could cease to exist for lead flow. So you could be going back to your stage 2 business issue right here because you're borrowing your traffic or your lead sources from Google and Facebook. So the idea is we want to capture as many qualified leads as we can and put them into our CRM, which is Service Autopilot, and automate that system. So the next thing is we go into our sales funnel. We're driving them through. We're hitting them with that short-term nurture as we talked above. And then we have an automated estimate follow-up for the estimate, 20 days to close. So we submit the estimate follow happens, and then all the estimates we lose, if we're not tracking them in our database and be able to talk them specifically in that customer life cycle as a loss mowing estimate or a loss cleaning estimate, in my opinion, we're throwing money away because those are leads we paid for, those are leads we can nurture, and those are leads that we can convert back into clients. Now, if we're lucky enough to make the sale, and I know everybody watching here, it's not luck because we have a process, we are going to go in and welcome them, wow them after fulfillment. We're going to do that 30, 60, 90-day follow-up. And we're going to create a monthly newsletter for leads and clients for education and promotion. So once again, that loss estimate can be bucketed in to that monthly nurture. Now, if we had a one-time sale across the top, if we don't have an automated process to say if it's a one-time service and within 7 days they don't book a reoccurring service, we are losing money. That's another hole in our sales pipeline. So we want to be able to go out and upsell reoccurring services based on an automated system, because if we're out there doing, we're going to forget to upsell. Now, if we're lucky enough to get them coming in as a reoccurring sale, a gateway service, say a lawn mowing or fertilizing, the idea is once we get them into these reoccurring services, we need to upsell additional services. So if you've been listening to Jonathan Potoshnik of the Lawn Care Millionaire, co-founder of Service Autopilot, myself, I've been preaching along Jonathan's teachings, is we want to go out and sell those gateway services. Those are the things we can measure online and sell over the phone. Then we're going to go out and upsell ancillary services to raise that client lifetime value. And hopefully some of those services are services that you can do while you're on the property all in one visit. So if you don't have an automated way to go out and upsell off your gateway services, we have a sales pipeline hole. We're losing some money here. Then we want to go out and upsell with seasonal timing. So if you've seen any of the videos of late where people are going out when they're working with SimpleGrowth, dropping 60, 70, sometimes 80 estimate requests they're getting in 5 to 6 hours. And you can definitely build this yourself. So I'm not promoting that you have to work with us as a certified advisor, but what I'm saying is the keys to success that we have seen have been the customers using seasonal upsells with logic of they do not have this service, and then we market to them. Then we're going to go in and once again, we're going to pump that up 40, 50% of that lifetime value again. And then the last thing is going out and reactivating your loss estimates and cancels. 80% of your canceled clients statistically are indifferent. They're not happy. They're not mad. You just didn't fit the need. Or maybe their kid came home to cut the grass while they're home from college, but we're going to stay ahead of them. We're going to nurture them and then go out and upsell and reactivate that service every 12 months. So when little Johnny goes, leaves, isn't going to college anymore, he graduates and he leaves, they're going to need somebody to cut the lawn. Who's going to be top of frame of mind? You are going to be top of frame of mind because you've been nurturing them through the process over the last 4 years. So like I said, they didn't get rid of it because they weren't happy or unhappy. They just had another option they had to take in there. So we don't want to take those loss estimate and cancel people and forget about them. We paid good money to acquire those leads. Let's nurture and upsell on an annual basis. So as we wrap this up, hopefully that was helpful, but a lot of people want to know what are those hurdles to growth as I'm scaling this business. So I want to take a look at the 5 stages of business and what are the hurdles to growth. Is your business a side job? It's time. As you are self-employed for the first time, it's getting those leads. Now that we've gone in and gotten to about the $100,000 mark in revenue, it's creating new sales. And then going for stage 3 is marketing and service. And then people and systems and leadership and culture. And the secret to that success to break through those barriers of growth is lifecycle marketing and creating that customer life cycle. We need to be able to talk and segment to where they're at service-specific client or lead and have an automated but personal conversation to buy time back and empower your team to get in front of the most qualified and hottest leads in real time when they're ready to buy. So hopefully that's helpful, but I wanted to break it down. SA Weekly Talk Show coming at you back again next week, 1 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Central. Mike Callahan with SimpleGrowth Certified Advisor for Service Autopilot, and really excited to continue helping and grow the knowledge of the ecosystem. So we'll see you again right back here, SA Weekly Talk Show, 12 Central, 1 p.m. Eastern. Mike Callahan with SimpleGrowth Certified Advisor of Service Autopilot.